Cloud Engines, shipped on May 10, 2026. The Internet Computer Protocol's first cloud product with a procurement sheet, a published price page, and named operators on a homepage. The next 10 minutes unpack every feature the demo put on the table, every edge over the existing hyperscalers, and every gap still open. The pitch in one sentence: a configurable sovereign cloud where the customer mixes hyperscalers in a single engine, pays in dollars, and gets SOC 2 and ISO compliance at zero markup. 3 differentiators no other crypto cloud has shipped in a decade. Multi-cloud composability, direct fiat billing, compliance as a default, not a feature flag. The on-stage moments worth replaying in order. Williams provisioned a 4-node engine live, end-to-end from a wizard. Williams asked an audience member to blow up one of the running nodes. Williams opened a chat window inside the engine and asked an AI agent to diagnose the failure. The agent returned the failed node by name. Williams restored the node, and the agent confirmed full health. 4 primitives stacked into one product surface in 19 minutes. The wizard, the center of the demo, and the center of the pitch. Pick a node class. Pick named operators from a dropdown. That dropdown spans hyperscalers, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, Microsoft Azure, OVH, Hetzner Cloud, Equinix Metal, dedicated bare metal operators in Iceland, Tulsa, and Denver, in any combination, inside one engine. No public cloud sells heterogeneous hyperscaler tenancy as a single SKU. This is the novel product. The customer is the integrator. The portal is the abstraction layer. The engine is whatever the customer composed it out of. The production roster on the homepage: 6 named operators. Helios Infrastructure in San Francisco, running on Amazon and Google. Meridian Cloud Services in Amsterdam, running on Azure and OVH. Verdant Compute in Iceland, running on green energy bare metal. Asahi Networks in Tokyo, Osaka, and Singapore. Northgate Compute in Denver. Prairie Systems in Tulsa and Chicago. The wizard demoed testnet operators with placeholder names. The homepage shows the production roster ready to sell. Configurable sovereignty. The customer picks the jurisdiction the engine runs in. United States only, European Union only, Switzerland bound, Japan bound, Hetzner Frankfurt as a standalone region tier on the pricing sheet. The customer can write a procurement clause that says, quote, "No traffic shall touch infrastructure outside the European Union," end quote, and provision the engine to enforce it on the spec sheet. The legal department buys a cloud where compliance is a configuration choice, not a contract negotiation. Published USD pricing: $32 a month for a Nano node, $280 for an EU hyperscaler standard node, $470 for a performance node, $960 for a high-performance node, $1,820 for a dense node. Every tier listed publicly. The customer reads the spec sheet in their browser and signs a contract in dollars. No cycles math, no tokenomics presentation, no quote, "How do you buy ICP?" end quote question from procurement. The engine has a credit card form. The Hetzner gap. The same standard class node runs $84 a month at Hetzner versus $280 at the AWS-backed equivalent. That is 3 1/3 times cheaper for the same compute spec. The performance tier runs $156 at Hetzner versus $540 at AWS. The high performance tier runs $300 at Hetzner versus over $1,000 at AWS. The customer who tolerates German bare metal saves 70% of the hyperscaler bill. Cloud pricing arbitrage is now a feature, not a workaround. The bandwidth math is the second hidden cost. 3 terabytes of monthly egress runs $270 at Amazon Web Services rates, $33 at Hetzner Cloud. The egress bill is where most cloud surprises happen. Cloud Engines publishes it line by line. Compliance at zero markup. The pricing sheet lists SOC2, ISO 27001, and ISO 27017 as features at plus 0%. 3 audit reports baked into the default offering. Procurement officers sign without a regulated tier upcharge on a multi-operator cloud where compliance is configured rather than billed. Confidential compute. SEV-SNP secure enclave hardware, available at plus 25 to 40% markup. Encrypted memory, integrity-protected execution, attestation at the chip level. The same threat model healthcare and defense workloads buy from the hyperscalers on a multi-operator substrate, priced on the same page. One-button operator swap. The platform documentation claims the customer can move an engine between operators in seconds. Pick a new operator from the drop-down, confirm, The engine state migrates. Vendor portability is a product feature, not a 6-month migration project. The contract clause every procurement team has been writing for 15 years just became a button. The novel primitive that has no AWS equivalent. Williams blew up a node on stage and opened a chat window inside the engine. The AI agent returned a real diagnostic. Connection failed to one of the nodes, others reporting no consensus data. Williams restored the node and the agent confirmed full health on a follow-up. An AI agent introspecting the consensus state of its own substrate, accessed through the same surface the customer builds on, is a primitive Amazon Web Services does not ship. Anthropic does not ship it. Google does not ship it. This is novel cloud territory and it's shipped live. AI nodes, the wildcard pillar. Open weights model inference inside a configurable engine. Hardware the customer provisions. The capability exists on testnet. The published GPU class for AI nodes specifically is not yet on OpenCloud's pricing sheet. The premium for AI tier engines holds as an open question for the next demo. The forthcoming Internet Intelligence Gateway, the product surface for what Williams previously framed as the Internet Intelligence Network. Verifiable inference from any AI cloud. The gateway proves the prompt was not modified, the context was not modified, the response was not modified, and the model that produced the result was the precise model expected. Engines that host AI nodes, or apps that call external AI clouds, get the same verification primitive at low cost. The trust boundary extends from the canister all the way through the model, tamper-proof from the OS down. The platform page wording, quote, no OS below protocol, end quote. The trust boundary starts at the canister and runs down to subnet consensus, not up through a tenant kernel. The signed package format is the .ICP file. Caffeine builds it, Claude Code emits it. Either source ships an immutable artifact straight to engine, the build chain on stage. The apps Williams demoed live included IC Docs, a sovereign Google Docs alternative he tried live, plus other caffeine-built showcase apps in the engine's app center, all described as built without a single line of human-written code. The build connector for the engine is Caffeine. Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Gemini, and Perplexity are named on the platform page as parallel deploy targets. Each source emits signed .ICP packages straight to the engine. The buried lead the demo did not name. Caffeine is the build layer. The model underneath Caffeine is Anthropic's Claude Sonnet, publicly attested by SiliconANGLE in July 2025. On the May 10th stage, Williams said the word Claude twice in 19 minutes. He said the word Anthropic 0 times. The dependency is not hidden in the trade press, it is hidden in the deck. The new buried lead the demo itself generated. Inside the wizard's billing screen, Williams walked the flow plainly. Quote, the dollar fee on a card buys ICP through the foundation, converts to cycles, charges the engine, end quote. 5 years of enterprise cycles procurement blockers just stopped existing. Procurement teams use credit cards. Engines route the conversion in software. The community read the demo as a cloud engine's launch. The procurement audience should have read it as the largest commercial unlock in ICP's history. The token economics underneath. 80% of Cloud Engine revenue routes to the node operators that supplied the compute. 20% burns ICP. Engine demand becomes ICP scarcity by spec, not by speculation. The structural change connects every dollar of cloud spend back to the token holders without a single staking mechanic in the procurement contract. The honest gaps that did not ship. No public GPU class for AI nodes, no named model for the demo inference, no named pilot customers, no enterprise single sign-on story, 4 open items. The empty customer wall pattern from episode 1 applies again, narrower form. The verdict, May 10th, 2026. ICP just shipped the first procurement-grade sovereign cloud in the decentralized infrastructure category. Multi-cloud composability, done. Published dollar pricing, done. Compliance baked in, done. Vendor portability as a button, done. AI native introspection, done. Pilot customers and AI premium, still owed. The market fit edge is real. The naming gaps are the next demo's homework. Subscribe to Chris Yost's channel. Episode 4 pulls WordPress on ICP apart. The build the cloud launch did not mention on stage, the architecture that already shipped, and the dependency surface that runs underneath it. Cloud Engines Decoded. Episode 3 from Chris Yost's channel.